Live from the Pentagon, coming down rolling. Kandy going live, Drewski, he the throatest. Team going up, but the click never folding. Why they on the side, acting like you never noticed?
Ready for whatever, then we off to the races. Finna pull up, take off in a spaceship. Just touched down and the vibe so amazing. Live from the Pentagon, finna go crazy.
Live from the Pentagon.
What's up, man? Welcome to another episode of the Live from the Pentagon podcast, brought to you by Backwoods and Matrix Marketing. I'm your host, Mark Drew. What it do? And as always, I'm rocking with
Kandy the Goddess.
What's up, Kandy? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling good today.
Yeah, it's been a live week. We had June 27 just pop off. You do anything to celebrate?
You know, I listen to DJ Screw all day.
I'm metaphorically poured up. You know.
Same.
Nah, I can't do that. Shit's expensive as shit, man. Anyone's ever sibling, like 2 lines, it's like $40 each. That's an $80 bottle of
Is
Sprite.
that them
Like,
tariffs?
God damn, man. I'm like crazy shit, man. But yeah, so that shit was going on. Beyonce also did 2 shows in Houston.
Oh my God, I know she was pissed.
Oh yeah, y'all saw what happened?
First of all, she showed out in Paris. Okay, she even brought Miley Cyrus out. She never brings another guest out. Okay, when's the last time she did that? When she got here, that car malfunctioned.
But you know what? It was cool that in Houston, she was sitting sideways. Now, was her life in danger? Probably. But like if it was gonna happen in one place, it had to happen here, you know? Like when she did that in like LA or New York, that's like, all right, that's a hazard. It kind of looks intentional here. But yeah.
They said she should have sang Tipping on Fofos.
Hell yeah. Sitting sideways, boys in the days. Yeah,
Poor thing,
that would have
though.
been live. That would have been live.
I know she was scared.
Yeah, she said, stop. I was like, ooh, someone's getting fired that minute.
A breath of like relief whenever they finally stopped and like lowered her down. And I know Julius was sprinting somewhere in the crowd.
Yeah, because I start panicking when I climb to the top of a ladder. If I'm on a car that's like sitting sideways in the air, hell yeah, no, I'm good. But yeah, so that happened. Also, another Houston news, or Texas, I should say. Rapper Mexican OT caught some flack over the last week. You catch that?
Yep, saying the N word, y'all.
Oh. And
how do you feel as a Hispanic in Houston, Texas?
I'm glad you asked. So as someone, so I grew up at Edgar's Homes, and as someone who used to habitually use that word in terms of endearment, everyone around me was never bothered by it. But as I got older, I started to see that people outside of my friends group, not necessarily towards me, would have a problem with Mexicans saying it. And I would see how some Mexicans would like kind of, not to get too serious, but how they would kind of react when like black issues would pop off. So like when George Floyd, and it's like, yo, if you ain't standing up for black problems, don't be saying that word. Or better yet, take a step further in today, if you're openly supporting somebody whose, his mission goes against black people, you don't get to say that word, fam.
Yeah, and I think it's such a cultural difference in Houston compared to the rest of the United States with that word and with, people of color. I would say, like, growing up, I've always heard Hispanic people using the N-word, and I never even batted an eye at it because here in Houston, we're all kind of together, right? And it was only whenever I went outside of Houston that I even knew that Hispanics were not welcome to say the word. So I don't know. I just feel like the way that Mexican OT did it was in a very mocking way. He even said, what y'all gonna do about it?
Knowing damn well if it was some dudes in that, quiet than a bitch. Mm-hmm. That's all I say. But yeah, no, like if you're not gonna stand up for black issues when it's time to stand up for black issues, don't say that word. Because a lot of people who say that are and I'll see they say that word more than black people say it. And I was like, if you're gonna be quiet, you don't get to say that word. But I don't want to get too serious here because we do have a special guest here. We have a very talented individual, a great singer, a great performer, a great rapper.
Oh my God.
She got me want to step on my bars. I'm like, damn, man.
Oh my God.
I thought I was live.
A fashionista.
I just write well. I'm not a rapper.
The purple girl in the purple world, Miss Skyrah Bliss.
Hey, y'all. How y'all feeling today?
We're good. Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
It's always good to have you at the Pentagon.
I love the energy here. So anytime you call, I'm coming. I'm gonna figure out a way to get it in my schedule.
Right on, right on. Let's get into it though.
Yes.
I really like the way like your name just looks on paper. Skyrah
Oh,
Bliss.
thank you, darling. I did a lot of research as I went solo. I did start off in a group. Everybody started off in a group. But
Really?
in college, I was trying to like find my own thing. I did go by my real name, but my real name, unfortunately, is already artist name. So as I was doing research about like artists and branding and things that like would get you recognized in the music industry, having to stand out, I talk about the sky a lot in my music, and I've always wanted to be called Sky. So I was just looking up a whole bunch of like sky names, and I came across Skyrah, and it means eternal life, beauty, and strength. And that's literally everything that I pretty much stand for, and I thought it was perfect. And bliss, I always say be your own bliss, because you can't really depend on anyone to give you that. You should really just depend on yourself. So, yeah, I love Skyrah Bliss. And I felt it was marketable. So.
It is.
It is. I had no idea that wasn't your real name.
No, it's not, darling.
Yeah. So like in the 6 to 7 months I've known you, I've always wondered that. And I'm glad I waited till we went on the podcast. Unravel when you're the meaning behind your name. It looks good on paper. So like you look like the name looks like an artist's name.
Thank you so much. I do my research, y'all.
Yeah, as a good artist should. So, speaking of that and your research, what is one word that you hope comes to mind when people hear your music?
That is a really good question. I would say freedom. I've always been that weird out-of-the-box kid who would just try on anything or try to make a skirt into a shirt or wear a do-rag in weird ways or just kind of like find weird things to, I don't know, just be creative. And I grew up in an area that I was embraced doing that. So, and I also want to include that message in my music. I want people to come to my shows and feel like if you want to dress up and wear a ball gown, you can. If you want to wear sweats and a t-shirt, and you can do that too. If you want to put it on. I love fashion, so I would love to see everybody come in fashion. But if that's just like genuinely not who you are, but you love my music, just come to my show. Like any fan of mine should embrace you for who you are. And that's really what I stand for.
Right on. And speaking of shows, so you're on like my feed all the time. You're popping up. You always got like something going on. And you do a lot of shows, a lot of big opportunities.
Mama be working, y'all.
Yeah, we see you. So what has been the response like from these shows? Because I see you did a really big show the other day at
Women to Watch at Hobby
that
Center.
was a huge one. I see you chopping it with Kiati right there.
Yes.
Was it before or after the show?
That was after. I asked him to do it before, honey, because I be sweating. I needed my towel to and I was parched. But it was really dope, yeah. That show just kind of highlighted Houston artists, Houston women artists. And I felt like it was a blessing to be a part of that show because you can kind of feel like you're going unnoticed and you're doing all this work and you're conditioning and you're writing songs and you're putting it out there and you're doing everything you feel an artist should do, and you can kind of feel like it's going unnoticed. And so when I was hit up by Drea, hey Drea, and she was like, hey, I want to highlight you on this Women to Watch show, just kind of like, supporting you as an independent artist here in Houston. And it just felt like everything that I was doing wasn't going unnoticed. And it was really dope. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Drea.
Beautiful.
So, speaking of shows and your music, is there a song that like hits different now than whenever you first put it out?
Ooh, I love this question because I talk about this all the time on social media. So my first single that I put out as Skyrah Bliss was called I, as in I Want You. Now I knew I was not a marketable name and people wasn't going to be able to find it. So in what are these called? The little...
Oh, the parentheses?
Yes, parentheses.
Yeah. We got you.
In parentheses, I put I Want You. So I as in I Want You. But when I was recording that song, and fun fact, it was mixed and mastered at Y Road Studios by James Kelly. Shout out to James Kelly.
Okay, Y Road.
The Ops.
When I was recording that song, I initially was trying to get into songwriting, and it was for Kalani originally.
Okay, yeah.
But when I submitted it, like my friend that I was going through, he was like, "Oh, I think you should keep this song," and I was like, I need to make some money. So let's try to land the placement, please. But everyone who heard it, they was like, man, I think you should keep this song. And I just remember trying to sound so perfect on the record that I didn't really put forth a lot of emotion because I was trying to hit the note super, super perfect. And you can hear it in the recording. There's not necessarily a lot of texture in my voice. And so when I sing it now and I perform it live now, I actually put a lot of emotion in it. And I just kind of thank that girl who initially recorded it because, I was trying to be perfect. And that did make me a really good performer as far as conditioning goes. But now I'm able to add a lot of feeling and real life experiences and the emotion in my performances and while I'm recording. So I love that song. It's my favorite song to sing. My absolute favorite song to sing. So
Love that.
I just think about little old me. Oh, baby me, you was trying to be so perfect. Look at you, so cute. So
can I ask you, what was your artist name before? And then what music do you have
I can't
under
answer that one because my manager going to get mad because people will call me by my real name and she'd be like, don't call her that. Call her Skyrah.
Okay, so it was your real name?
Okay.
It was two 90s singers. I'll just let it be a riddle.
So I at least I know one of them because I do know your real name. But cool. Because I always wanted a cool rap name.
I bet I guessed one of them.
I wanted a cool rap name, but like nothing. I feel like it was like, man, it's just like a damn wrestler. So like, I like the dumbest shit. Like I had like four that was like, man, no. And then like I thought like, all right, my first name is Mark, my middle name is Andrew. And I was like, why it took me like 30 minutes, like, just take off the A-N and it looks cool. Like,
it does look cool.
Yeah, I think it fits now.
But you know what I call you?
Yeah, Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew, okay.
Yeah, very fitting name, you know. Can I heal people sonically?
Through music.
You know, so, take two of these and, take two beats and call me in the morning.
He's clinical with it, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
But let's talk about your skill set, though, because, like, right off the rip, when I first met you, I was like, man, amazing singer. Like,
thank you.
Like, you don't even have to warm up. Like,
yeah.
It
took a minute to get there, though.
Talk that shit.
No, it took a minute to get there. Now, I was loud and wrong at one point, y'all. Okay.
So I met the polished Skyrah Bliss.
You're meeting the well-rehearsed conditions, Skyrah. I can do it on the job, like, without rehearsal.
Okay, Beyonce.
So that's nice that I've gotten there, and I'm blessed to be there. But before, oh, honey, I was loud and wrong. So I was actually the worst singer in my group.
Okay.
But
I was the worst rapper in my group.
I was the Galleria of the Cheetah Girls. I was writing the songs. I was producing the vocals. I was telling who to sing what. Oh, you sing, you're stronger in vocals, so you do this part. So yeah, and every studio session we had with outside songwriters, and I would literally come in and I'd write the whole song. They was like, dang, we didn't even get a chance to write this. That's your songwriter right here.
It's done.
Why y'all calling us to write the song? Your songwriter's right there.
What was the group?
Okay.
Shout out to my girls. I love my girls.
Yeah. We hear
Karina
you.
and
The Cheetah
Tanika. I will
Girls.
say that. But yeah.
But like with rapping, because you can rap really well. Like,
oh Lord.
Like I'm really critical on most rappers.
I just write well.
But also like the delivery, like you're was that something that you always had in the tuck, or was this something that kind of naturally made its way into your skill set?
Honestly, songwriting had always been a gift of mine.
Got you.
I didn't know it wasn't normal to know how to curate songs without beats. So before, when I was writing songs, I started off at like 5. I wouldn't write to a beat. I would just write the verse, then the hook, then the second verse, then the bridge, and then and I would arrange the production in my head because I understood song structure before it was even like taught
at
to me.
5?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew how to write my name at 5.
I didn't know it was normal.
You were at ESL.
But my journals age back to 8. But my brother was like, no, you started at 5. You were just annoying me with your songs, and you were like, this is the verse, and this is... So, yeah, I didn't know that wasn't normal. And I'm going to be honest, when I heard Lauryn Hill, that's when I started writing.
Makes sense.
I said, I want to be her. Like, she's rapping, she's singing. So, but I didn't really start writing rap lyrics until like early 20s.
So were you dancing back then too?
I was very much Janet Jackson. I am like a
makes
baby
sense.
Janet. Janet is my number one influence. So
Okay.
yeah.
Right on.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
She's one of the greatest.
Oh, you better understand it. Okay.
Talented family.
Like, oh, if you ever look at my performance and my hair is purple, just know the hairstyle came from Janet.
Oh.
The high ponies with the half up, half down, or the high please.
Okay.
Janet all the way, honey. Yes.
A real student of the game. I rock with that.
Yes, love her.
Yeah.
So, do you feel more in your bag when you're singing or rapping?
When I'm singing, I feel like I'm flying when I'm singing. When I think about rapping, I always think about my influences and who I was trying to mimic when I first started trying to rap, which is Left Eye, of course.
Cool.
Oh, I sounded just like Left Eye. It was so annoying. Left Eye and Missy. So I honestly, whenever I'm writing a verse, it's really to just kind of pay homage to the rap. I love hip hop. Hip hop is everybody. I am hip hop. I grew up in hip hop. So, but R&B is my first love. So when I'm singing, I feel like I'm flying, and I have a prayer before I go on stage to like clear my mind, body, soul, and spirit, so I can get everybody, or attempt to transcend everybody to a higher frequency, closer to God. So
we share that in common. R&B was my first love. I just can't sing like you, so it stayed
you
as a
can write
love.
me a song then.
Well, no, yeah, like I love writing, and I singing is it's a developing skill, but it just
You can sing.
I can hold a tune, but like there's certain, like my falsettos, they're getting better, but they were really bad. I like to have fun, man. I just like make jams.
You kind of gotta stretch yourself in as being a creative. But before I started to try to rap, you couldn't get me to do nothing else outside of R&B. R&B, I was like, I'm not trying this, I'm not trying that. I just want to sing, I just want to sing, I just want to sing, I just want to sing. But it didn't really make sense because I wanted to perform like Janet. And Janet has more pop records. So they're like, if you want to perform like Janet, but you want to sing all these slow-ass songs, it don't make sense. You got to try to do something.
You got to make these people sweat.
Yes, I'm open to doing, like, I've done house records, I've done reggae, or what do they call it? Reggae records. Dance hall records.
Okay.
I've done, like, pop.
Nice.
I love pop.
Anything.
So,
I've done everything. Yeah.
Let's talk about those two skill sets, while they're, like, kind of go hand in hand, but also very different. Do you feel like singing Skyrah Bliss and rapping Skyrah Bliss are two different people?
Rapping.
Does rapping Skyrah have a different, like,
rapping Skyrah is Big Skyrah.
Big Skyrah, okay.
Big Skyrah, yeah. Big Skyrah,
Ooh.
you better get my stuff right. I mean, she'll be nice. She'll be like, microphone up, turn my microphone up. But if I'm hitting Big Skyrah, got a million flows, I turn my mic up, because, hold on, we're going to run it back, and it's going to be an issue. Yeah, get my stuff right.
I love that.
Okay? Big Skyrah.
Talk that shit.
You need
Big
to have
Skyrah in
a
the building.
personality in this game.
Love that. Yes.
Okay, so if you could perform one of your songs for the rest of your life, besides I.
Oh, no, you can't take it away.
But I did.
Okay.
She did?
I did.
Except for I.
What would you do?
I have so many, like, unreleased songs that are so fun.
You can pick from anything.
But I'll pick from one that's out. I would say Make It Out Alive, because that one is about mental health. And everyone really, if you really pay attention to the lyrics, I'm really crashing out. Like, I'm having a manic episode. Like, I'm talking about, like, I'm great, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, but I need to call my therapist in the morning.
I've never realized that till now.
I am ape shit right now. I'm jumping on these tables. I'm having fun. I'm telling you, I should have been at the Grammys. Fuck your Grammy. It's me. Like, it's big me. Like,
there you go.
Yeah, I'm crashing out. But I love that song because it's kind of like my Hey Y'all song.
Got you.
Because not everyone knows Hey Y'all is a sad song if you really listen to it. And I don't know. And everyone loves it when I perform that one.
Yeah.
I gotta control my emotions though when I
don't think so. I think as an artist, that's like your strength.
That one, I be like ready to jump and crowd surf, and I gotta catch myself.
No, yeah, I feel you. It's like this wave, and you're like, damn, I gotta remember I'm performing.
Yes.
And it's just not, like,
I was like, I'm not actually crashing out right now. This is a
Yeah.
performance. Like
Yeah.
perform and then come back into it.
Yeah.
And
You
it's,
get like
it's,
that too.
yeah, I was like, damn, there's also a lot of people in here. Let me just remind myself.
Calm down.
I'm
Are
Are
you
you
using
guys
songs.
like sweating whenever you do your
Hell
shows? Because I'm
yes.
just sweating in this interview, so I can imagine having all that
I'm-
energy.
Afterwards, I need a towel and a blunt or a joint.
I see why Beyonce has the fans.
I need a fan.
Yeah, I need a-
I want the
sweat.
fans in
Yeah.
general because the hair flows, everything, but also
I need a room to myself for about 20 minutes. Yeah. It's
before
not-
and after.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I need to pat down before the pictures. I'm like, oh, can I take a picture? I'm like, wait, can I get my little sweat off?
And how long are
you?
you guys' shows usually? I mean, I've never done a show. even
Not
though-
too long, about 15,
We'll
20
set one up.
minutes.
Y'all do like 20.
That will
Most
set
I do
one
is like
up.
30.
That's not long. That's so short.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's
No,
20,
no,
20
no,
minutes
no.
is it flies by really quick. It's only like 4 songs, 5 songs, and like, well, I don't know. You can kind of squeeze you can squeeze a lot in a little bit of time.
I know
In 10
that
minutes.
that it feels long as hell.
no,
when
it
you're
feels
up there.
short. 10-minute show feels like nothing.
Okay,
I
10
don't
minute
do
show
those.
probably.
15,
But
20.
20, 30 minutes?
Oh, I love 20,
It's-
30
you
minute
get,
shows.
like-
Oh, you can do your transitions, and
Yeah.
the dancers come out, and they hit their little 1-2, then they get off, then I have my moment, and then the band starts playing. Yes, honey, give me the lights. I love it.
That's what I'm talking
I love
about,
when I can
man.
put on a show. Like, I am about, like, craftsmanship and, like, just really digging deep into your artistry. And if I have that opportunity to do it, I'm going to do it. I
Yeah.
love being full out. If you know anything about dance and performing and full out, if I could do that, I'd be
Yeah.
the happiest.
Yeah.
So with these shows, you know, the more that you do them, of course, the more that support grows.
Mm-hmm.
So as that grows, more and more people reach out to you. What are some of the craziest things fans said to you? Now, and I don't mean inappropriate stuff. You don't have to
Oh,
share that.
Lord.
No, I mean, like, what are some of the stuff you heard? You're like, wow, I cannot believe I heard that. Because I've heard some things from fans. I'm like, yo, it's like I was fucking around when I did that. Like, that meant that to you?
Oh, listen, this new record that I did, it was like, it was 3 a.m. I was challenged to write a song every single day. And I'm like,
Yep, I
I can
remember.
write whenever I want. I cannot write a song for 3 months. And then I can get in the studio and write 2 songs in like 20 minutes.
Wow.
Like, I have the gift and I don't take it for granted. I'm always super thankful, which is why I feel like I don't have to kill myself every day trying to create a song.
Yeah.
Like, tell me if there's a project coming up. I'll give you 50 songs in a month, and then we figure out which one it is.
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm
incredible.
not gonna just kill myself for no reason.
That's
Just
what
not
I'm
gonna
talking
do
about.
that. So, what was the question?
So, what are some of the
ADD.
craziest things fans have shared with you that left you like?
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, this new record that I did, it was like, it's called Rebel Baddies. The name may change, but it was like 3 a.m. I was like, I'm real tired. I just came from work. I worked out that morning. I woke up at 5, went to work. Then after work, I was like, let me take a nap. So I took a nap. Then I woke up and I was like, let me just write whatever. And I wrote literally whatever. And
Yeah.
everybody is going crazy for this song. Oh, this is the
Yeah.
record that's going to change your life. I was like,
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't put no real effort in it, but I'm glad you love it. You know, we can move forward with it, but okay, cool. So
Yeah.
that to me, that's crazy. And it
Yeah.
always happens that way. I feel like the songs you put your heart into, you take your time writing, you arranging, and you're doing all the backgrounds. They be like, oh, that's cool. But it's always the one you don't really give effort to. Everybody is just like going crazy.
That's with
Yeah.
I'm like,
everything.
how?
Yeah, like, so when I had when I went viral doing all that Astro stuff, that's another story for another day. I had to so the games end at 10 or 11 o'clock, and I have to go home, produce a beat, write it, record it, mix it, master
Dope.
it, and then film it and have it ready for the next morning. So I'm not putting that much thought into these lyrics. So when I would hear people when we won the championship and I'm meeting these people in real life and they're like, oh my God, we waited every day to see what you're going to do after this one game. And, this and these people of all ages, there's this white lady in her 70s. And,
Love.
I love the support. I just never thought that would be someone who would enjoy something I made with music.
Hey,
And it's so cool.
listen.
It's dope.
Reaching to everybody, all ages.
Yeah.
Our parents were there when they started hip hop.
Yeah.
So it's like we are the product of that. And I think it's really, really dope. Like, my mom loves my music.
Yeah.
I try not to, I don't really like to, curse in my music. I don't really curse that much in general, unless I'm like passionate about like the conversation. So when I curse in my music, just know that it's for a purpose. And my mom, she
So you're
enjoys.
thoughtful of your mom when you write music?
My first time I actually cursed
You run
in
it by
a
her?
song was my first single, Hood Rat Shit, and I got with my label. And she was like, excuse me, what did you say? I said, Mommy, but listen, you gotta listen to the lyrics. I'm basically talking about like the fashion industry, taking fashion from the hood and then stealing it and calling it high fashion when it's on someone who doesn't look like us. And I think that's pretty messed up. So I wrote a song about it. I'm just talking mess. And it's one of those songs that don't hit you until later. You be like, let me listen to what she actually saying. Oh, that's
it's
really
always
hard.
like weird. Like when my mom first heard my music and she heard all this like really bad language, it's like, yo, I love you. I'm also not your baby boy anymore.
Oh,
I started,
you're always
I started
saying-
indoctrinating my
saying-
parents young.
Turned up. Why?
15 years old, I'm cussing.
There you go.
They still not used to it.
My mom like at show. She's like, what did you mean? I was like, yo, it's just some rap shit. Don't even trip.
Love that.
This isn't me, Mom.
right.
Yeah,
Love,
she knows by now.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a child, you know.
We're grown.
But you're always.
We're in
exactly.
our 30s. We're grown.
I'm always
She's-
my mommy baby.
yeah.
I don't care. I'm a mommy.
Oh, she
girl.
always say that, but now she knows, like, yeah, he's gonna do. I mean, he's also been doing his thing.
Shit,
For
my mom tried to ask me to co-sign on a loan the other day. She better not call me no baby.
Oh Lord. Oh my
I
God.
ain't gonna air her out like this.
Shout out
bro.
to my mother.
Shout out to her mom. Shout out to her mom.
I said, hell
to
no,
mommy.
by
Hi,
the
mommy.
way. Anyways.
I'm spoiled, y'all. Spoiled rotten.
Okay, so if your music had a dress code,
Oh,
what would people be wearing?
be who you are, darling. I think it would probably be something similar to what I got on. I love
Patterns on patterns?
patterns. I love to be walking art piece. So I love like really fun statement pieces, fun makeup. I don't really wear a lot of makeup. I low-key think I'm allergic to it. But super fun makeup, kind of graphic out there. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I love sparkle. If you see me on stage and I don't have any sparkle on, please just give me a hug because I didn't find it. But I
It's
love
glamorous streetwear.
yes, glamorous streetwear, but also like, kind of ball gown. I love ball gown. I have one of my best friends is a couture fashion designer.
Okay.
So I do love super high fashion too. So yeah, anything that's fashion related, that's elevated, or even if it's not elevated, some fire sneakers. I've always been a shoe head.
Yeah.
Growing up. So yeah, anything that's fun, colorful out there. Be who you are.
There you go. And before we head out of here, I want to ask you one thing.
Absolutely not. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
With the current music or the current landscape of music, if
Yes.
there's one thing you could change, what would it be?
Ooh. Why you ask me that?
And why? We put you on the spot in this one.
Child artist development. Please, can we bring it back?
Wait, artist development or child artist development? Or just child? Did you say
Artist-
child, comma, artist development? Or
I kind of feel like children should be children as
Okay.
long as possible.
yeah, I feel you.
So if there's a way to kind of develop them under the scene, and then once they reach a good age, and it's kind of, that's just my opinion, but do what you like. Just artist development in general. I feel like the industry has kind of switched over to who has the biggest personality
Yeah.
and the biggest following rather than who has talent of longevity or
Absolutely.
talent that I can develop that can possibly eventually develop into a longevity career. It's all about now. Next
Yeah.
single, next single, next single. Where are the projects? Where are the music videos?
saying,
Where's
Love
the
a quick buck, baby.
where
Yeah.
it's all too fast. It's this microwave society, and I feel like the quality of artists is suffering because of that. It's dope that anyone can go get a studio and create and be creative, but at the end of the day, you have to want more for yourself. I've always had raw talent, I guess you can say, but I was definitely a diamond in the rough, honey. I was
Yeah.
singing loud and wrong, okay?
Yeah.
But I took the time to eventually take vocal lessons,
There you
take
go.
dance lessons. I took ballet lessons. I looked crazy as hell. I don't know ballet, but I was in the ballet classes with professional ballet dancers, taking taking the adult class just to learn how to hold myself up. And when I took ballet, I was able to dance better in heels. It's all, I don't
Much
care about
respect.
looking stupid. I'll look
Much
stupid
respect.
in class all you want, but when I get on stage, I will be that girl. Okay.
There you go.
So yeah, artist development.
What about
I
you,
bring it back.
Kandy? What would you like to see differently?
Man, I'm kind of with her on the microwave society as well.
Yeah.
So I have been saying that for a long time, that people just want what's now.
Yeah.
People aren't looking for anything that's timeless anymore. They're not looking for a Beyonce. Beyonce touched on this. I touched on this in like one of the other seasons of the podcast too, that people do not want albums anymore. They want singles. I mean, look at what's going on with Cardi B right now. She hasn't put an album out in what, 7 years, 5 years?
Something like that?
Something like that. And then now she's trying to put WAP and something else on this new album that's like, you know what I mean? That
Total business move.
several years
Yeah.
old, and she's claiming that they deserve a home. And it's like, Cardi B, you should have been working on
Yeah.
this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like long gone. And I love you, Cardi B. So if you see this, please don't fault me.
And all I ask is like we find something else to fucking talking about in rap, man. It's like 6 topics that motherfuckers just want to recycle. It's like fucking on someone's bitch, wearing designer clothes, foreign whip.
I said this in my live earlier.
That's
Foreign
3.
whip.
What else? Like
And
of
then the
course,
sad
violence,
rap.
right?
The sad
violence,
rap.
right? And then of course, like I guess if you want to throw in sad in there, that's 5 topics right there. We're kind of running out.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I said, bring back the positivity. I said, that's why, like,
Or talk about your life, fam. There's value in that shit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
'Cause
and there's
those-
value in not being pessimistic about your life either.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your songs do manifest, darling. They do.
About last week.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep. It's transferable.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next for Skyrah Bliss?
What's next? I will be dropping more music coming soon. Project Purple Girl in a Purple World, but I also want to have fun. I used to do remixes all the time. I don't necessarily like singing other people's songs because I'll be like, man, I would do this on a record. I'm always like reproducing records, and it's not to say the record ain't hard. Okay, I hope no one takes offense to that, but I've always been a creator. So I love to do like remixes to like different songs of like, oh, if they asked Skyrah to be on here, what would Skyrah say? So I'll probably drop more remixes,
Dope. Can't wait.
more content, and start really pushing a little bit harder.
That is another thing, Mark, that I would change. The sampling. There's just too much sampling
my
right now.
Or make it be cool, you know?
I'm
Prince hit on
tired of
this.
the
Yeah.
samples. The kids just don't even get it these days.
they
They're not
man.
really sampling. I love like reimagining records, like what Kanye. I know. I'm sorry, Fran. I had to bring. Okay,
know
I
what?
could talk about somebody else. Tim Ned. He is a producer, a super producer here in Houston. So what he does is he'll take a part of a record and reimagine it to the point where you don't even know where the sample came from. Those samples I love.
Yeah. So like
But taking somebody whole lyrics and whole hook and whole
yeah.
I
So
heard
it's
it.
funny.
I heard it before. Boo.
Before we head out, the other day I was listening to I think I was watching an Asteroid documentary and I just started listening to Kanye West after for whatever reason. My fiance is like, "Don't you hate him?" I was like, "He ain't said nothing fucked up about a month, man. We're cool."
Oh yeah.
It's when he fucks up again, so man, fuck him. And then like if we go a month without any fuck shit, it's like, man, Kanye goes hard, man. Fuck everybody.
That's what they said. They said Bianca's wearing clothes again. Kanye must be in his right mind this week.
So real quick, there's your camera. Let everyone know where they can find you online.
You can find me any and everywhere at Skyrah Bliss. That's SKYRA AHBLISS. Do not call me Skylar. It's Skyrah. Thank you very much. Yeah, find me anywhere.
All right. And shout out to our partners, Backwoods and Matrix Marketing. We
One
love
time
you.
for the one time, man. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is another episode of Live from the Pentagon podcast. This is your host, Mark Drew. What it do? And as always, I'm rocking with.
Candy the Goddess
Stay tuned because Skyrah's about to go in the Infinity Room and tear it down, baby.
is going
go.
down.
Let's go. Yeah, yeah.
I'm in my rock star, soft life era. If you asking, give me a hot boy. Private jets is his passion. If his son start acting up, lucky me, I'll take his daddy. Fuck your table, now I'm in the trust and owning half the assets. Shopping in Milan, it's a typical day. If you a hot boy, come out and play. It's giving looks, it's giving carried. The only way that I'll get married is if we ghost ride in the whip in the Bentley and the Rolls Royce. Money coming in 6 ways, ain't no broke boys. See, I'm a rock star, I need a hot boy. Come and scoop me up.